Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to be taking the power supply out of Comet and upgrading it. We're just going to go through all the fuses, replace caps, fix the board issues, and that's about it. And first thing, always unplug your machines. Always. We're just going to zoom in on this. Things go better with Coke, trust me. Actually more like Coke Zero now. Coke would send me into some weird type of shock now. Too much sugar. Big problem is we only got 2 screws left in this board. So it's going to be pretty easy. But first I want to start just disconnecting these. This one right here I'm pulling out. We're definitely going to be repinning that, but as you can see, this connector is black. It's just totally burned. We're going to put a new connector on that and on the board, just due to the burningness of it. This just didn't hold on good. We got a broke pin there, or bent. So we're going to see if we can get this replacement. If not, we will solder a wire to the board and then put a different type of connector on it. But that was bent. Let me see if I can find these somewhere. That. We're doing one board at a time because we want to verify how things work when we're done. Alright, that's pretty easy. And this one we're going to have to just cut the wires on. I'm going to leave them just a little bit long, kind of long. This way I can note what was there. Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because those both went into this harness. So I'm going to have to do whatever I can to find out, well, to make them longer. I'm probably going to have to add patch wire onto them. Like I said, we only got 2 screws on here, so we're going to have to add more to it. Alright, yeah, 2 screws. So we'll show you the back of the board here. There we go. These wires don't go here. That's a funky repair. These actually go onto the connector here, which was burned. So we're going to replace this whole connector right here. I need to see if I can find one of these. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. I may just solder a wire to the back of the board here and then put a different style connector onto it for that one plug. But if I can find one of these, this was bent over for some reason. I remember when I put the thing together it was bent over. But I don't know, maybe it can be fixed. Maybe I can heat it up, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't feel that is even connected right now. But maybe there's, I can source, I hate doing these things because I'm watching the monitor behind me and everything is backwards. So yeah, see if I can find one of these. But yeah, we're going to go through all this and replace all the typical stuff that fails on them after a time. So let's get this. See, it's all backwards. Onto the table and start taking it apart. Alright, we're back. My biggest thing is getting this monster here off the board. One, it looks bad. Two, we're gonna fix those connectors anyways. I'm gonna use this old-fashioned gun. It's a Wen soldering gun, model 250. I got it from a good friend, John Penderson. It does great for these big fat blobs of solder. Alright, we got those off. I think we're just going to use some solder wick here to get this monster off. I may have to use my soldering gun, my smaller one. I don't know. It's just, this is just such a kind of a nightmare, this repair job. Let's cut this blob off here. Just put that over to the side. I'm going to try to use my smaller gun to get this other stuff up. I don't want to do any more damage to the board. It's been done already. Honestly, I don't even think back when I started I would have did a repair like this. It was just kind of hideous, the job that was done. Now I'm going to use my Hako FR301. See if I can pull this junk off the rest of the way. Yeah, that's not going to work there either. Back to the soldering iron. I don't know if I'm going to use that big one anymore on this, just because that thing generates a ton of heat. I don't necessarily think we need to put that much heat on a board that's already been through a small disaster. Ugh. I don't know what kind of flux they use, but for solder. little music with it. It is pretty loose. So I'm just going to try to take my what's holding it on really. Probably just oozes of solder all over the board. It's like pretty loose this whole way, except for on this end here. It's like loose. Let's just heat it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Got that thing out. This is just nasty. I'm just going to try to clean it up as good as I can. I have no idea what this is, the solder that was used in here, but I'm gonna get my cleaning stuff and see if I can clean it. Toothbrush. That is rubbing alcohol. I normally wouldn't clean it right now, but it is just so nasty. It's like some, oh, it's almost like plumber solder or something. That's what it's like. It's like solder you would use if you were doing plumbing. So I've seen that before. My dad was a plumber, and I remember what it looks like baked onto copper pipes. I'm gonna get this glue clean too. Put it soak on there a little bit. Just gross. It's not even like sticky, which it should be, but it's not. It's like, I don't know, but it's cleaning up really good though. It is cleaning up good. So I think I'm gonna stop the video here, see if I can clean this up as good as I can, and then we'll be back. Alright, I did get that all cleaned up on this side and this side pretty good. And I did clean up this pin and that pin. I have to solder those back on. But what we're gonna do is get this on first. Make sure it's nice and flat. It is. It's the way I want it. So now we're just gonna get this puppy soldered on. It's pretty straightforward. Get your solder out. I will have to clean up a little bit of this board yet afterwards. What's good about these four, they are connected. And it looks like these four are connected too. Yep. We will fix this one back up. And this one. Alright. There we got our new connector on. Now we have this one right here. As you can see, I just moved it really easy with my finger. We need to get that puppy out. So what we're going to do, so I still got this on. Yep. Which one it is? It's this one. The reason why we needed to get that one out, well, as you can see, it was bent. And it was ready to snap. So yeah, that does us no good. But we're going to steal this one right here and put it over here. should just come out right now. There we go. Came out nice and perfect. So now we're going to take that one and put it in there very carefully. And solder that in. Instead of buying a new pin, we can just take one that is not used. And there. It is soldered back on. We have a good pin that is solid onto the board there. So now we can start getting all these various caps off the board. We got, let me see if we can show you. I got one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's at 8. I got a cap kit from Big Daddy that we're going to be putting on. I thought there was one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's at 8. Why did I keep thinking there was 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So, let's take a break because it's actually late for me, and I am gonna come back on another video and we will work on these. It's just late for me. It's not late for you, it's late for me. So we're just going to continue the cap story on another half of the video. Alright, we're back with the board. It's another day. Let's start on getting these caps off. Let's do this one right here. That one we will do first, which should be pretty easy. It is these two contacts right here. This one and that one. Alright. That's what happens when you grab your gun by the trigger. I gotta put my goggles on, I can't see anything. So it happens when you get old. You need glasses. I like these from Harbor Freight. I'm just gonna see if I can just heat this up. I believe I got the right one. Loose. got that little puppy out. So this is a 10 volt 330 microfarad. I just have to grab the right one. $16 volt 330. That's probably it then. It's a 35 volt. This is 16 volt 330. Okay, so I want to just see where the rest of these other ones go. It's a 63 volt, 35 volt, 16 volt, 50 volt. That one I believe goes there. $25 volt 1000. I guess that would be that one. Nope, that's that one. Let's just get these figured out. Alright, let's pause right here. These are at 100, 160 volts. Okay, those are there. This one we know is that. $25 volt 1000. And what is that? And we got 4 left. It's 100 volt. Okay, that one's there. So we got 2 left. Three left actually. That's a 47 microfarad. Okay. Alright, we're back. We have, this is the 10 volt 330 microfarad. So we're going to put a 16 volt 330 microfarad in its place. Alright, we're back. As you can see, we got the cap out. So the next step is, our old cap was 10 volt 330 microfarad, and this is a 16 volt 330 microfarad. So your long leg on your cap is the positive and your short is the negative. You can tell by the band here that is letting you know what's negative and positive. So that we will just put through the board. Get it about like that. I'm going to leave a little clearance underneath it. Just like that. And then we'll solder it in. Where are we? Right there. Sorry with the goofy camera angles, because my camera's in front of me this time, because I kind of wanted to show you as much as I could. Alright. That looks good to me. So we have that soldered in. So we're going to cut the ends off. And we'll do one more. And then the rest I'm just going to blow through without you guys. So let's do this big mama right here, because it's kind of easy to show. That's garbage. So I got one terminal right here. And then the other is right here. I hope you guys saw that. It is right here. And it comes right out. And again, one is negative, another is positive. And the negative side would be this side, because this is running towards negative, just like this one. It's always running towards negative. I want to get that evenly done as good as possible. I need to clean this hole up a little bit. There. And let's get what do you call it, the zip strip on. Where did I put that? Where did I put the zip strip? This is the worst video ever, isn't it? I want to put the zip strip on for the coil, but I lost it. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll get a new zip strip. Alright, I found the zip tie. I don't know how I lost it, but I guess it's really easy to lose a thin black zip tie on your table. So we will zip that through. Get you through here. And we will zip it down. I'm actually going to turn this up like this so it can be easy read. There. Just to make it a little bit easier to read. So now we will just take these and get it in. As you can see where they're coming through. Get my cord out of the way and off my solder sucker so we don't melt it. And we will just heat this up. And like that. And it looks pretty good. It's on both ends. Maybe do a little bit more on this one. There, I like that better. Maybe do a little bit on this side. I just don't like the way it looks there. There. It just didn't look good to me on this side. Alright, then we'll just cut the ends off. And then I'm going to get to doing the rest of these caps. And then I'll show you what it's done. So we got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And a little one right there. So I got to get those in. So when I'm done, I'll be back to show you what I did. Alright, so we got all the caps on. This job is so much easier to do when you're not doing it on video. Here's all the old ones, and then the new ones. 2 here, the 1 here, the big one, 1 right here, the 1 right here, and then the 2 here and here. As you can see, we have them all on now. We got the new header, which is on right here. So I'm just going to go through, I'm going to pull out all the fuses and verify that they are the correct fuses, because on pinball machines you can never ever trust that these fuses are the correct ones, because there's 2 here and 4 here. You can never ever trust they are correct. So you're always better off pulling them out, looking at what they are, and then putting them back in. Within doubt, always check your fuses. So let's get this back in the machine and get that connector repinned and fixed and see what this thing does. Alright, we're back, and you can see the power supply is on and it is working. The computer is actually booted up. However, when you plug it in, plug in this one, this one, this one, and this one. You don't need to plug in this one. You should actually have a plug that looks similar to something like this on the board. This one's been repaired at one time, and I left it because it's quick to disconnect and that seems to be doing its job. However, you do not want to plug in this one, or this one, or this one. Leave this one, this one, this one, this one unplugged. I'm going to tell you why. You need to test the voltages coming out of these before you plug in your this is for your flippers and solenoids and your MPU and everything. You want to verify your power is correct coming out of the power supply through, let's say, your schematic here. We have plus 5 volts coming out of it, 12 volts coming out. We have a minus 100 volts, plus 100 volts, plus 28 volts, plus 18 volts. So you want to make sure these are all delivering the correct voltages. Once you verify with your multimeter that you're getting the correct voltages out of all these wires, then it's safe to plug in your computer. Now what I like to do, I learned this on the internet. Well, you're going to learn these on the internet too. When you are testing it, put a empty Molex connector over the sockets. This way when you put your test probe to test them, I'll show you, make it a little easier sounding. Put this over the top of it. Let's say like that. See how that is? This way you can stick your test probe. Let me get mine. And it's stuck. You can actually just stick it right in here, right through the holes to test. This is actually a bad connector to, there we go. Let's put it this way, there. You can stick it right through there and get your voltages. This way you're not going to be doing it like this and actually touch two together. We don't want that. We want to touch one at a time. So that's why I highly recommend getting a either used or brand new connector and just going through here and touching all your pins one at a time. You're not going to short nothing together, and you don't want to do that after you just rebuilt this and got it all nice freshly rebuilt. And you got to remember there's some high voltage coming out of here. I have to get it back in the boot. There we go. We have no batteries on this machine, so it doesn't boot fully. We have to trick it into booting. But as you can see, it's working perfect. That flickering you're getting, it's not flickering, it's the frame rate of the camera. I don't know if I can block it or whatever to make it stop. These are not flickering, these are just totally 100% solid. It just, yeah, see how it's even, it makes them look like they're flickering. They're not, trust me. These are flickering. And these are flickering. Those are flickering really crazy on the camera. Weird. But anyways, yeah, we're on a full boot. Now I'm ready to pull out that MPU and go over and check that out. And that'd be about it. And we put fuses on our voltage rectifiers. So those are fused too. I did check the fuses on here. I verified all these fuses are the correct ones, and they are. But yeah, if you see, that's why you don't touch any of that. No, I have to do the MPU next, and this will be coming off, and we'll be installing NVRAM on this too. So I hope this helped you in rebuilding this, so you can see it isn't that scary to do. We did put one brand new connector here, which it needed. This was just so baked. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's about it. I'm still debating if I want to leave this on or not. I'm probably going to take it off. The reason why, well, I'll find out when I put LEDs in it. This is, I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't know, it just seems weird to me. So we'll figure it out once I LED the machine and get the machine all fully up and running. I'll decide if I want to take this out or not. This might be just a last minute connector deal, because this just goes down all the way here, loops around through, and you get these yellow wires here. So I just might get some type of different connector there and put that on there, because I don't know. But this is just a typical repair that's done on these, because usually these connectors bake out like this one did. So I don't know, we'll see. But cool stuff along the bottom here. Give me a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. Yes, please subscribe. There'll be some cool stuff down in the bottom there. And drop a comment. Thanks. Take care. Later.